I'm busy, very busy.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornard going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these problems on High Isle.
That's not entirely true. There are those incidents with the Ascendant.
Till we see the shore from night to morn, with our nets all warm. Once we spot our prey, it won't last the day. It can't escape our sight, and soon we'll get a bite. And the contest begins. Our vessel rocks and spins with hook and net and spin.
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Feda. But the Stonelore can fend for themselves. We always have.
I'm simply suggesting that you bring your people into the city. The Vine District has enough room for more druids.
The Steadfast are here to aid those harmed by the Sea Elf attacks. I have no knights to lend you, Count Mornard, Sir Stefan.
We'll have to handle the Sea Elves ourselves, then. I don't know what's keeping the druids.
You place too much trust in those ivy-robed beggars, Stefan.
Well, if it isn't Lady Arabelle's talented assistant, I might have guessed that Galen's troubles would draw you here. What can I do for you, my friend? Ah, very good. Look about you, friend. As you can see, the troubles on Galen cause no end of suffering. And many of the victims are simple farmers and townsfolk, not soldiers. Damn those sea elf pirates! For the most part. There have been some incidents among the druid circles, too, but the sea elves are definitely the biggest threat. Talk to Sir Stefan Mornard. I'm sure he can find a use for someone with your obvious talents. Young Sir Stefan is over there with his father, Count Mornard. They will readily accept any assistance you're willing to offer. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Society of the Steadfast's work is never done. The Mornards are neighbors, so to speak. Count Leonard sent word to me about Galen's troubles with the Sea Elves. I have many responsibilities on High Isle, but still, I had to help an old friend. I am trying to be in two places at the same time as best I can. It involves frequent voyages from Vastir to Gonfalon Bay. Fortunately, I can trust Lady Arabelle to look after the Alliance leaders when I must be absent.
Well met, adventurer. If you're looking for work, I need all the help I can get. Sea Elf raids are nothing new on Galen, but never have they attacked in such numbers. The whole southeast shore is under siege. I'm not sure. Most Sea Elves are pirates. Easy plunder is what they're usually after. But the Dreadsails are more determined than any Maormer I've seen before. Whatever their goal, we must push them back. Hand me your map. I've received reports of dread sails near Windrack Fort, the village of Tuin and Suncleft Cove. I need you to investigate these sightings and chase off any sea elves you find. Let them know Galen won't go down without a fight. Not as ready as I would like, friend. We don't have enough knights to protect the whole island, but I need information even more than I need soldiers. Find out what the Dreadsails really want, if you can, and where they plan to strike next. All 3 locations I need you to investigate lie to the east. Chase away any sea elves you find at the fort and the village, and see if you can figure out what they're up to at the cove. Report back to me in Vastir when you're done. Galen may claim to be a Breton holding, but the Druids have lived here for centuries. Some of them don't like city folk, but they certainly defend the coast from pirates. Especially the Eldertide Circle. It's not like them to avoid a fight. One of the 3 circles of Druids in the archipelago. The Eldertide live by the coast and dislike outsiders. The Firesong are recluses, keeping to old places of power. Then there's the Stone Lore. I studied with them when I was young. With the Druids and with a knightly order, I suppose you could say I had a well-rounded sister's education. If you're interested, I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, I need you to check out those locations.
Here, mate.
I don't know where you came from, mate, but I'm glad to see you. The cursed sea elves chased our soldiers out of this fort. Don't see any druids around to help out. Must be busy with their own quarrels. So it's up to us to take this fort back. I spotted more sea elf warships brimming with reinforcements. Luckily, the fort's ballistas are intact. Get to the ballistas and stop those ships. That will give us time to deal with the enemies who already made it to shore. I'll see if I can rally the knights and get the wounded back on their feet. We'll need them to hold the fort once you stop the reinforcements from reaching the shore. Meet me on the bluffs north of the fort when you're done. Take a right when you get into the fort. There's a path that leads down to the docks. You'll find the ballistas there. My guess is the Dreadsail ships will flee at the first sign of resistance. They won't risk their ships to ballista strikes. The Sea Elves? Haven't spent much time in these waters, eh? The technical term is Maormer, but nobody actually calls them that. They're bloodthirsty raiders from the great isle of Piandania. We usually see a ship or two, but this bunch have a fleet. A huge one. Call themselves the Dreadsails. They're a vicious band of pirates that have been causing trouble in the archipelago for some time, but no one realized how large their fleet was. Now they seem more intent on conquest than pillaging. That would be Sea Lord Nalos. He recruits Sea Elf captains and offers them a place in the Dreadsail's fleet. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was trying to create his own Sea Elf kingdom far from Pyamdonia. Could explain our current problems. The Druids of the Sisters Archipelago are divided into 3 circles: the Stone Lore, the Eldertide, and the Firesong. Usually they get along, or at least leave each other in peace. Lately, not so much. The Eldertide resent the Breton noble houses. All outsiders, really. They believe islands belong to the Druids, and some of them act on that belief. But we've got something of a truce with them on Galen. Turns out sea elves are everyone's problem. Druid Laurel thinks it's got something to do with an old prophecy. The Eldertide blame the Sea Elves, and the Firesong refuse to explain themselves to anyone. So, your guess is as good as anyone's, mate. Me? I'm a mercenary, mate. A Mages Guild staff for hire. When all this trouble started to brew up in Galen, Count Mornard sent word to the guild that he needed a court mage. I was here already, so I got the job. I wish I knew. Before joining the guild, I spent my days hunting treasure and roaming where the winds took me, not rubbing elbows with nobility. I advise Count Mornard as best I can, help out where I'm needed, and get my hands dirty when I have to. I used to be a pirate, but years ago I was shipwrecked off Galen. The Stone Lord Druids saved my life. They taught me to see the world in a different way. I took up magic. Then I started hunting knowledge instead of gold.
I'm right beside you. Let's get out there. Another find for your pack.
Nice work, mate. Your aim was impeccable. Well done. These dreadsails may be fierce, but they lack loyalty. Even though they've got numbers on their side, they won't stick their necks out for their mates. That's something we can use against them. You've done your part. We can deal with the stragglers around Winrack Fort, now that they've got no reinforcements coming to support them. Your work's just beginning though, mate. I fear the seas ahead will be rough for all of us. Aye, I heard that too. Something about sea elves taking prisoners into a cave near the cove. Strange. If the dreadsails took captives, why haven't they tried to ransom them yet? Banneret Korik went to investigate. Help him if you can. Word is, the sea elves struck there as well. It's just up the coast to the north. I believe Druid Laurel of the Stone Lore Circle is there, looking into things. I'd appreciate it if you kept an eye on her, mate. Laurel is like kin to me. Laurel found me half drowned after a shipwreck 10 years back. She was just a girl then, but she had the sense to fetch help. Which is how I came to know the Stone Lore Druids. She's been a friend ever since.
Light, let us water. Light, take it. I came to help the Eldertide Druids defend their village, but I was too late. This battle is already lost. You're not an islander, and you're certainly not a sea elf. What are you doing here, stranger? Sir Stefan's a dear friend of mine, and practically a druid himself. We studied together, under Archdruid Raval when we were younger. It's not unlike him to worry about the druids, even the Eldertide. The Dreadsails happened, but it makes no sense. The Eldertide have no riches. Druids don't care about such things, and they command formidable magic. What pirate attacks a target that can fight back for no obvious profit? Druids choose their own paths. The Eldertide of High Isle are bitter, resentful. But as long as the Mornards don't push into Druid territory, the Eldertide of Galen are content to live in peace. It was foolish of the Dreadsails to provoke them. That's strange. It makes me wonder what the Sea Elves really hope to gain by these attacks. Let's look around. Watch for anything that looks interesting or out of place. With any luck, we can figure out why the Sea Elves attacked Tuin. A lore keeper? What relic could they be searching for? Ember blooms? The Firesong used them to cast certain spells. Are they involved in this too?
Single sea elf bested the lot of you? She hit us like a storm of steel. Didn't kill anyone though, just put us in the sand. Can you believe this? I came to check on my knights when I found them indisposed. House Mornard's finest. Pah! Now, who are you? My knights tracked a band of dreadsails to the cave here at Suncleft Cove. As they tell it, however, a single sea elf tore through them before they could search inside. Didn't even bother to kill them, just knocked them senseless and left them here. Right, that was in my report. Since Sir Stefan sent you, I could use your help. Scout the cave. We have to find the prisoners and free them. I'll follow once my knights recover. Just watch out. The sea elf who beat them is somewhere inside. Remember, we think the dreadsails have prisoners in there. Maybe some knights, but certainly druids from the nearby village. Find them if you can and set them free. We'll join you as soon as my knights recover their senses. Nothing good, that's for certain. They're pirates, slavers, murderers, thieves. In my experience, the only good sea elf is a dead sea elf. These dreadsails, though, they're the worst of their kind. Nothing like this. Isolated raids, some pillaging. They were pirates before, but now they act like a conquering army. Watch out for the one that knocked my knights senseless. She must be quite a fighter to defeat them without spilling any blood. Korik's the name. Banneret in the service of House Mornard. My family has proudly served the lords of Galen for generations. I'll bring these murderous sea elves to battle and defeat them, or die in attempt. I'm not familiar with knightly ranks. Do they do things differently on the mainland? A banneret is the equivalent of a captain in my order. A knight who commands other knights. Looks like I've got some work to do with these louts, though.
This one has the information I seek. We simply need to extract it from her. I'll take her with me to the keep. Dispose of the rest as you wish, but do not tarry long.
No, please! Don't hurt them! You only need me!
left to stand against us. I take no pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not.
Aren't fit to call yourselves Marama.
Stay your hand, stranger! This sea elf saved our lives.
I told the fool knights outside I wasn't their enemy. Do you have more sense than them? You're willing to talk. At least you're smarter than those knights outside. I suppose Sea Lord Nalos and his scum have taught the people of this island to fear anyone with blue skin. Understand this. I don't answer to that foul beast. Captain Siravane of the Gilded Blades. You'd call me a pirate, I suppose? But I'm not one of Sea Lord Nalos's traitors, and I'm not involved in all this druid foolishness. You look confused. Must be from the continent. Yes, I'm a Marama. Well, they're not captives anymore, and you and I need not be enemies. Sea Lord Nalos is my quarry, for reasons of my own. But I'll tell you this much, mercenary. Nalos seeks some sort of druid relic. Calls it a sacred seed. I'm not sure. That slimy eel escaped and he took one of the druids with him. Probably thinks she can take him to that seed. No matter. I'll find him. Warn your allies about the Sea Lord, mercenary. Galen isn't safe while he lives.
The Sea Elf escaped. Oh, too bad. At least we can get these druids to safety. We'll handle things from here. Return to Vastir and report to Sir Stefan when you're ready.
On the move.
The candles are still burning. The Elder-Tide druids who tend this altar have not been gone for long. Let's take a look in the lodge. There might be something about the relic there. Archdruid Orlaith, what are you doing here?
Confirming a suspicion, little Laurel. Archdruid Raval was right to call the Dreyfa together. Tell him the Firesong will attend. The time has come to gather the seeds. The prophecy of the Druid King is at hand.
The seeds? Is that what this... Oh, Blight. She's gone. Friend, we should talk. Root and rot! That was Archdruid Orlaith, leader of the Firesong Circle. I think I know what really happened here, and I don't like it at all. The relic the Dreadsails sought is the sacred seed of the Eldertide, a gift of the last Druid King. Each circle was granted one. That's what Archdruid Orlaith meant by gathering seeds. Could she be the druid mentioned in the Dreadsails' orders? This isn't the first blood the Firesong have spilled. A group tried to take the Stone Lore seed from a shrine on High Isle. Others attacked weirds on the mainland. Now signs of them here at Tuin? They've turned against the other circles. Not as far as I know. The seeds are mentioned in the Dream of Cassarain, the prophecy of the last Druid King. The Firesong seem to believe its time has come. The other circles, not so much. Perhaps the Dreyfa can make sense of all this. A council of druids, elders from all three circles. Archdruid Raval of the Stone Lore has summoned the Dreyfa to address grievances against the Firesong. But up till now, Orlaith ignored him. Tell Stefan about this. Pirates aren't his only problem. Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Fada. But the Stone Lore can...
Ah, here's our mate now.
Well met, friend. Dulef tells me you handled yourself well at Windrak Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Reval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa. I may be the son of Count Mornard, but I studied for years with the Stonelore Circle. I hold druid beliefs in high regard. In fact, I share many of them, which is unusual for those not dedicated to their ranks. In return, the druids trust me. Like most nobles, my father pays little attention to the druids. When he must speak with the circles, he summons emissaries to Vestir. The Dreyfa is a meeting of druid leaders. Outsiders are rarely permitted, but they consider me almost a druid. My father's knights protect the city, and the harbor is well fortified. Besides, I think you chased away the Dreadsails for now. Our scouts report they're nowhere to be seen. But if you're concerned for my safety, don't be. I can fend for myself. The Eldertide Circle has no love of outsiders. If they had their way, we'd get back into our ships and return to High Rock. The Circle here on Galen is more forgiving than the Eldertide on High Isle, but they still don't fully trust us. Yes, I'm aware. Probably has more to do with how developed High Isle has become as compared to Galen. Here, we mainly stick to our corner of the island and give the druids free reign over the rest of it. The Stonelore are content to live alongside people who don't share their beliefs. They hope to set an example for others to follow, but they make no demands. As for the Firesong, they're reclusive. They usually stick to their isle and ignore us.
You don't know how lucky you are. I spent years on this island before I was invited to attend a meeting of the Dreyfa. It's hard to win the druids' trust. Give Laurel my regards. She's the best of them all, if you ask me.
I doubt you'll learn much watching druid elders argue among themselves. But if Stefan thinks it's important, then I suppose you should go.
Count Leonard set his son a challenging task by placing Galen's defenses in his hands. Still, bringing you into his confidence shows a remarkable amount of insight for someone of his age and experience.
taking that aroma, folks. That's the Chef Rossi's guarantee.
Oh, hello again. What brings you to the Vine
adventurous
District?
as my taste buds. Care to help the...
I hoped to see you again, my friend. But I need to prepare for the Dreyfa. The Elders really must deal with the strife that has come between the circles. You know, that's not a bad idea. Few outsiders are permitted to attend the council meetings, but you can attest to what we saw at Tuin. The Firesong Circle is willing to use force to gather the 3 sacred seeds, and that's just wrong. The last Druid King gave 1 seed to each circle long ago. He also gave us a prophecy, the Dream of Kasserine. Some Druids consider it a warning, but Archdruid Orlaith and others believe it's a call to action. Meet me at the Telling Stone, the landmark near the center of the island. It would be easier to simply show you the prophecy, and it's close to Dreyfadel. Besides, there's someone at the stone you should meet.
There you are. Laurel, may I escort you to the Dreyfa?
My thanks, Stefan. I have much to tell you. But I promise to show our friend here the Telling Stone along the way.
Of course. We'll see you at the Telling Stone, friend.
You there. Your life or your jewels? You won't get the pointy end. No? You there. Your life or your jewels? Give me your coin and, you won't get the... hand over your pokey end. No, give me your purse or I'll halt. Your gold. Can I have it, please? Yes, you have the gold and I have the knife, so if you don't mind just, handing it over, then we can both go our separate ways and I won't have to stab you in any of your bits. That sounds very nice now, doesn't it? Is it that obvious? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm the one who's armed here, so, give me your jewels. My captain marooned me here. Said I couldn't return to the ship until I proved I could earn my keep, so here I am, earning, or trying to earn. Will you please just hand me your valuables? Is that a threat? Because, I mean, it's very convincing. You're not going to punch me, are you? You know what? How about I just leave you alone? Yes. I'll just go off this way and you can leave me alone. I mean, that sounds good. Let's do that. Goodbye. Sorry for bothering you. Please don't follow me.
Ready to ride.
Darkness stirs. Roots tremble. Druids gather. I am the nourisher, the sower. Needed?
I don't think that's wise, Free. I don't trust the Firesong.
Firesong. Pulsing, ripping, torn free from the ground. Blood in leaves. A memory. Friend of Laurel. I am free. Keeper, nourisher, sower, song of the green. The king spoke. Free became. Dream given form. Made real. Awakened too early. Unrest in the soil. Something is wrong. A song of hate blows through the branches. Harm drips like sap. It soaks the ground. Awakened to fire. Tremors. Volcano. Deadwood. Blood in the shadows. I am troubled. Rock. Root. Leaf. Brook. All dreams of the green. My kin. Spirits given form. We are. Purpose. Meaning. Now, a new purpose grows. Unwelcome change. King Kasserine called me from the green. A choice to be made. A moment. Waiting. Needed. My purpose is to be. Wait. Listen. Roots must find water before they drink.
Welcome to the Telling Stone, my friend. These runes tell the prophecy we call the Dream of Kasserine. Almost nothing survives from the time of the Druid King, but we have this, and now Free as well. A nature spirit, called from the green by King Kasserine and hidden with the weird in High Rock. They slept since the time of the last Druid King, until the Firesong Circle sent an Archdruid to find Free and awaken them. I probably know more about the Druid King than any other Druid alive, but so much remains a mystery. The Dream of Kasserine describes a mountain shaking and a sower awakening. I think it's talking about Mount Firesong and Free. So much has been lost, so I can only guess. Maybe Archdruid Orlaith believes the seeds must be united to make the prophecy come true? Until they end their violent ways, though, I plan to keep Free a secret. Let's go see what happens at the Dreyfa. The Dreyfa will begin soon. 3 Archdruids from each circle meet in a dell within the hills across the valley just to the south of here. We should make our way there. I don't want to miss anything. Someday a new Druid King will appear to take the Ivy Throne. Kasserine led our withdrawal from the mainland, but he also saw a day when Druids would once again take their place in Tamriel, for good or ill. The dream is a promise and a warning. Some Druids believe we're destined to bring a green renewal to Tamriel, to teach everyone to live in harmony with nature. Others fear a green scourge, when nature runs amok, and the tyranny of Druids takes hold. I think the dream is a metaphor. Kasserine was reminding us of where we came from. The day he describes will never come, but we should lead our lives as if it's close at hand. Make the right choices, do the right things. That's how I see it. Hard to say. So much is open to interpretation. I think it warns of a usurper who claims the kingship by force and treachery. It may be related to the end of Kasserine's rule. I found one reference to an all-weather death cult active at that time. Kasserine was the last of the Druid kings. In an age long past, he led our people from High Rock to Galen. They hoped to find a land where Druids could live in peace and follow Ifre's teachings as they understood them. He chose no successor before he died. Instead, Kasserine recognized the three circles and told them to govern themselves, together, in peace. And so the Draifa, the Council of Druids, came into existence. The Draifa has guided us ever since.
The Draifa awaits. Come, friend. Let's see what the Firesong Circle has to say for itself.
The day is upon us. The Draifa must crown a new Druid king.
Perhaps, but you have no right to claim the sacred seeds by force.
You hide your seeds and keep the sower of Kasserine's dream for yourself. You declare this war, not the Firesong.
No Druid king can be crowned until the circles are united. The telling stone is quite clear.
This Draifa is a sham. If I must burn away the old to reveal the new, so be it!
Orlaith killed most of the Draifa. She's getting away!
Laurel, wait! Damn. I'll go after her. Friend, protect the remaining Archdruids.
Teach these sea snakes a lesson, mate! Help keep Raval and Alex safe!
Thank you, Mainlander. Now, go help Laurel and Stefan.
Go on! I'll keep watch here.
Mainlanders should not meddle in Druid affairs. Deal with them, Brenna.
Prepare to be dead, outsider!
You defeated my champion? No matter. Tell Count Mornard to stay out of this, or his son's life is forfeit.
The Elder Tide will make Orlaith answer for this outrage.
She has young Stefan. We must tread carefully, yet, thanks to this Mainlander, we still live.
We must inform Count Mornard. I won't tell Archdruids what to do, but you're welcome in Vestir.
Orlaith was going to take me, but Stefan intervened. He put himself in danger to save me and protect my circle. We need to tell Count Mornard what happened, and then we have to help Stefan. Archdruid Orlaith never intended the Dreyfa to judge her actions. Root and rot. She only agreed to come so she could have the Dreadsails kill the Archdruids. She meant to leave the Stone Lore and the Eldertide crippled and without their leaders. So I see. Thank you. That was more good than I could do. I chased after Orlaith and ran directly into her hands. Worse yet, I brought Stefan right to her. Now the Firesong Circle has a hostage. I don't know, but Count Mornard will be furious. Archdruid Orlaith might demand the sacred seeds in exchange for Stefan. Or she could make House Mornard stand down until her allies collect the seeds for her. This is bad.
Archdruid Orlaith never planned to discuss peace this day. She let the Dreyfa gather so that she could eliminate us with one swift blow. Treachery indeed. War has come to Galen, whether we wanted it or not.
I have given Archdruid Orlaith too much ground in an effort to keep the peace between our circles. No longer. The treachery of this day sunders all bonds. She will pay for this.
I never imagined the Firesong Druids would join up with murderous scum like the Dreadsails against their own kind. And they pulled House Mornard into it too. We should head back to Vestir. Someone needs to tell Count Mornard about his son.
I can't believe the Firesong betrayed us. Attacking the Dreyfa. How will that bring the circles together?
The Firesong will answer for this crime, Galfin. By House Mornard's honor, this I so swear.
I don't want vengeance, Feda. I don't want more death. I just want my friends back.
And now my son is in their clutches? We should have left these foolish druids to their squabbles.
Ignoring someone doesn't mean they'll ignore you. We need the Eldertide and the Stone Lore to meet this threat, and save your son.
Dulev tells me you played no small part in repelling the Dreadsails and foiling an attack on the Druid Council, mercenary. Has the Firesong Circle truly made an alliance with the hated Sea Elves? all this trouble over druidic nonsense? And it led to the deaths of 4 archdruids? Unbelievable! But I wouldn't expect Sea Elf pirates to bother with an alliance that doesn't pay in plunder. What does Sea Lord Nalos get out of all this? Typical. A druid who doesn't believe in property generously giving away something that doesn't belong to her. When last I looked, I ruled Galen. Did Archdruid Orlaith say what she wants from me as a price for keeping my son alive? I had no interest in druid quarrels until she threatened my son. Bah! Stefan warned me something dangerous was afoot. I should have listened. Here, House Mornard always pays its debts. There's more to come if you continue to aid us, mercenary. I refuse to let Galen's enemies dictate my actions. Yet I dare not move directly against the Firesong Circle or their Dreadsail's friends, as long as they're holding Stefan hostage. What say you, mercenary? Ready to earn some more House Mornard gold? I don't trust Archdruid Orlaith to spare my son, even if she gets everything she wants. I will instruct my knights to stand down. Let her think I am paralyzed by this threat. Meanwhile, we secretly work to save Stefan from the Firesong. While Archdruid Orlaith sees my knights doing what she demanded, nothing. I want you to find Stefan and set him free. Dulef says the Stonelaw and Elder-Tide Archdruids are here in the city. Get them to tell you where Stefan is being held. I'm counting on you, mercenary. Save my son, and you can name your price. Dulef says Revol and Elec are by the bridge east of Vastir. Talk to them. They know parts of Galen no one else has even seen. They must have an idea where to find Stefan. While the Firesong call Ifilon home, I suspect Orlaith will keep him close until she acquires the seeds from the other druid circles. He could be on a Dreadsail ship, but I doubt the Firesong would trust their allies with such precious cargo. Respect? Perhaps not. But I left them mostly alone to practice their ancient religion. My biggest problem with them, before the current crisis, was their insistence to hold on to the past. Bretons need to embrace modern ways if we're going to thrive. Yes, but we used to control so much more. My father was the Duke of the Sisters. When he supported King Rancer in his war against the High King, Emmerich took the ducal title and awarded it to House Dufort. An unjust and harsh penalty, in my opinion. A hard question, but a fair one. My house has always found it wiser to let the druids take care of their own affairs. Most of them dislike us as it is. Imagine their resentment if Mornards took sides in all their petty disputes. I blame his mother. Visel took an interest in druid teachings when she came to Galen. She shared that interest with our son. When Visel died, well, I could not forbid something Stefan had shared with his mother.
Count Mornard is slyer than I thought. The best way to disarm an enemy is to show them what they expect to see. Go talk to Revol and Elec. I saw them by the bridge east of the city. And good luck, mate. Wishing I was with you, most likely. I've got no head for strategy or court politics. But with Sir Stefan missing, Count Mornard's going to need my help with Vastier's defenses. My place is here in the castle, like it or not.
I don't seem to be making much progress.
Druids attacking druids. What's this island coming to? Poor Gelfin is beside himself.
The dream of Kasserine has long been a subject of debate among the druid circles, but to go to war over a prophecy? That's madness.
This work never ends.
No, Laurel. Archdruid Orlaith demanded the nature spirit too. You must find Free and keep them safe.
But Stefan is in danger. I have to... What's that?
Mount Firesong stirs. Archdruid Orlaith and her circle ignore their duties.
First Twin, then Dreyfordell. My circle takes pride in protecting what we love. War has come to Galen, but we have few warriors left to fight it. How could Archdruid Orlaith side with those pirates against her own people? Are you suggesting that the Eldertide have anything to do with the treachery of the Firesong, outsider? One of our druids was captured in the attack on Tuin. I've had scouts searching all over for her, and they tracked the dread sails to Castle Turnier. It's a ruined keep on Galen's northwest shore. The keep is built over an old Eldertide village. A cave at the foot of the bluffs leads to the castle's dungeons. I think they're holding Druid Nerea there, as well as Sir Stefan. And I had Nerea hide our seed there before the place was seized. I am trusting you, outsider. Rescue Druid Nerea and keep the sacred seed away from Archdruid Orlaith. Accomplish this, and the Eldertide Circle will not forget it. Remember, Castle Turnier on the northwest coast. I do not know. I did not have a chance to speak with her after she returned from Castle Turnier. And then, our village was attacked. I know Nerea, though. She did as I asked. I am sure of it. The sacred seed. It's the relic they seek. I know how you helped the druids at our village. Nerea will resist, but Sea Lord Nalos will break her eventually. I would join you, Mainlander, but my injuries will only slow you down. Ages ago, a Breton coin baron decided he liked the spot. He built his keep on top of an ancient Eldertide village. My folk lacked the strength to stop him, but we never forgot the insult. A few seasons later, an Eldertide druid found the cave passage I told you about. He killed the coin baron in his bedchamber. The same thing happened to the next lord who claimed the castle. The place was eventually abandoned, and it fell into ruin.
Laurel blames herself for Stefan's capture. He is dear to her, and to me. I tutored them both when they were young. Thank you again for defending us at the Dreyfa. I just wish we'd been able to save all the Archdruids and not just Elec and I. The trust of the Eldertide isn't easy to earn. Elec would not reveal the hiding place of the seed unless he truly thought you might find Stefan in the castle. So, will you truly attempt to rescue Sir Stefan and recover the Eldertide seed? Thanks to you and Dulef, I wasn't harmed. My fellow Archdruids weren't so fortunate. Still, we moved our sacred seed to a new location, known only to a few of the Stone Nor, and I'm sending Laurel to keep Free safe. I pray it's enough. Archdruid Orlaith believes in a literal interpretation of the dream of Kasserine. She sees the signs of the season as proof that the prophecy is upon us. That's why she seeks to gather all 3 sacred seeds, and why she wants Free. Mount Firesong has certainly grown more active recently, but Free only awakened due to the actions of the Firesong. Can one force a prophecy to come to pass? Still, I have a terrible feeling that Orlaith knows something we don't. That concerns me. Mount Firesong rises above Iphelon, but its roots extend throughout the archipelago. It gives the islands their hot springs and steam vents, and usually these are curiosities, not particularly dangerous, but this recent activity is concerning. The island is sacred to all druids, but yes, the Firesong call it home. The Circle's ancient duty is to calm the spirit of the volcano when it grows restless, yet the mountain grows angrier. I wonder if the Firesong can contain it. Or want to. The volcano is erupting already. Lava vents long dormant on Galen and High Isle now flow with molten magma. The last time the volcano erupted, it caused terrible damage to the islands. Thousands of lives were lost. I pray it doesn't reach that level.
I wish I could go with you, but Archdruid Raval is right. The Firesong druids must be scouring Galen for Free. The spirit trusts me. I have to keep Free safe. Please, friend, save Stefan.
We meet again, mercenary. I expected as much. If you're about to walk up and bang on the front gate, let me stop you right here. The ruins are full of dread sails. You'll never get in that way. Sea Lord Nalos seems to be mustering his forces for something big. Sea Lord Nalos locked up 3 of my crew. I'm going to free them and kill the bastard. Unfortunately, the dread sails are here in greater numbers than I anticipated, which makes me wonder how you plan to rescue the lordling they have in there. I saw Nalos and some Firesong druids arrive with a captive noble in Monard colors. The druids left shortly after, but their prisoner stayed behind. Now you're here. Not hard to put wind and wave together. So what's your plan? A foolhardy rescue attempt? Perfect. Just the diversion I need. That should give me the chance to find my crewmates and confront Sea Lord Nalos. Take your secret path. I'll find another way in. We'll hit them from 2 directions. If you're heading for the dungeons, I'll scale the walls while you're clattering around downstairs. Once I free my crewmates, I'll see if I can find that sea snake Nalos. You know, this might actually work. He's a traitor and a murderer. The Gilded Blades used to lead the Dreadsails fleet. We were loyal to King Orgnum and the Piandonian Armada, but Nalos was not satisfied with that. He challenged my brother Thracer for leadership. Nalos won by using a poisoned blade. Then he promised the Dreadsails vast riches if they forswore their oaths to King Orgnum and followed him into exile. A coward and a traitor. I will see him dead at my feet. I swear it. Seen? No. But I've overheard some of the sentries talking about a druid they're holding somewhere in the castle. Maybe even the same one Nalos took from Suncleft Grotto. Aha. You think that relic he's looking for might be here too? Keep your little secrets then. I don't have any interest in druids or their sacred relics. But if I find something that belongs to them, I'll be happy to turn it over. For a suitable finder's fee, of course. Many of the crews I've seen around here are new to the Dreadsails fleet. I think Sea Lord Nalos is hiring on every band of murderous scum with an itch for plunder he can find. I wonder what he's offering them. Pirates don't gather in massive fleets unless the Sea Lord plans to descend on a large, well-defended port. The only one on Galen is Vastir. It's just a question of when and how Nalos chooses to launch his attack.
Elder-Tide druid broke, as I knew she would.
Yes, Sea Lord. Are we finished with her?
Keep her alive until we have the relic in hand.
Nalos, I've come for your head.
Sirave? Ha! Uldis, you get the relic and deliver it to the Firesong. I'll deal with this pest.
Die, traitor, for King Orgnum!
Friend, over here. You're a welcome sight. By the green, how did you find me, friend? No, I don't care. I'm just glad you're here. Your timing is excellent. I'm not sure I could endure another round of my jailer's torture. Dreadsail interrogation tactics aren't subtle. They pressed me for information about Vastir, defenses, weaknesses, those sorts of things. Sea Lord Nalos obviously has ambitions in Galen beyond the bargain he made with the Firesong Circle. Not easily. This lock has some sort of arcane reinforcement. You won't be able to pick it. We need the jailer's key. He's a fearsome brute called Goriad. His chambers are across the hall to the east. That's how he comes and goes, at least. He might, or it might be stored somewhere in his chambers. Get the key however you can, but I'll shed no tears if you dispatch Goriad.
There are none left to stand against us.
What's this? Rats skulking in our shadows.
We'll chop you up and feed what's left to the sharks!
you return. And with the key, I hope. Good. Now let me out of this cell, friend. And we'll figure out our next move. Thank you. Now let us speak without the bars between us. Oh, it feels good to be out of that cell. I heard quite a commotion earlier. Something about heads and traitors and kings. Was that your work? The sea elf that hunts others of her kind. Banner at Court told me about Suncleft Cove. An unlikely ally. I don't mean to complicate things, but there's another prisoner. An Eldertide druid named Nerea. We must rescue her as well. Of course. That explains much. See, Lord Nalos wants to get the seed for the Firesong. Obviously, we can't let him have it. Nor can we leave Nerea to the cruelty of the Dreadsails. They've been interrogating her for hours. Then we must rescue Nerea and get her to tell us how to find the seed. We need to retrieve it before Sea Lord Nalos. Come, friend. The interrogation chamber is through the door to the north. Nerea, I'll cut you free. Hold on.
The seed. They're after the Eldertide seed. You and Sir Stefan are too late. I was weak. I told the Dreadsails about my circle's most guarded secret. Leave me behind and stop them before they escape with the Eldertide relic. The Archdruid sent you? Then perhaps there's still hope. I hid the seed in an ancient Eldertide shrine below the castle. But Sea Lord Nalos forced me to tell him how to find it. If only I'd been a little stronger. There's an ancient tree in the castle's upper courtyard. The door to the shrine lies hidden within its roots. Captain Uldis heads there as we speak. Please, don't let the Sea Elves take the sacred seed. Go ahead, Mainlander. Look for the ancient tree in the upper courtyard. I just need a moment to catch my breath, and then I'll be right behind you. This old keep stands above a pristine cavern, forgotten by all but the druids of my circle. After the lords of Tenair abandoned their castle, we reclaimed our ancient shrine. It serves as a secret meeting place and refuge when the need arises. When Archdruid Orlaith demanded our seed, we decided it was no longer safe in Tuin. Alec told me to take the seed and hide it. This was the most secret place I could think of. I didn't know the Dreadsails were coming, though. Yes, there are sea elves held in the castle above. Traitors or outcasts among their own kind, I guess. I saw them once or twice when I was taken for questioning, but I didn't get a chance to speak with them. Sea Lord Nalos kept me in the dungeons. I'm sure he isn't holding any Sea Elf prisoners down here, so they must be elsewhere in the castle. One of the old towers, perhaps.
I'll stay with Nereo while you clear the way. We'll join you in the courtyard.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh?
Mercenary, up here! Captain Aldous entered the next courtyard. I leave her to you. With me, gilded blades. Time to make Sea Lord Nalos pay!
The door to the shrine is hidden in those rooms.
Be proud of that.
Watch the tunnel! I've no wish to find Tirabane's blade in my back! The seed must be here somewhere!
a relic.
Send our please bless my good friend
We can
here,
avoid the dread
for
sails
they are
by using
mighty
the back
and
exit.
somewhat frightening.
Take the seed to Vastir. It will be safe there. Look out! Behind us!
Calm yourself. I am Captain Siravane of the Gilded Blades. Sea Lord Nalos escaped me, curse his eyes. I learned two things you should know. The Firesong also seek the Stone Law relic, and Nalos plans to attack Vastir soon.
I appreciate the warning, but continue this outside.
We should go, Mainlander. The passage to the north leads back to the shore. The Dreadsails will regret the day they made the Elder Tide circle their enemies. This I swear!
Remember my warning. The Dreadsails are coming for Vastir. Well, my plan almost worked. And you did your part. Even rescued the Lordling and the Druid, I see. Sea Lord Nalos may have escaped my blade again, but I got my crew members back. Better than a leak in the hold, I suppose. Nothing more to tell. He's got a massive fleet and it's going to sail straight for Vastir. He's just waiting for the Firesong to provide their support. That won't come until they get the Stone Law relic. At least that's what Nalos indicated. Gather more of the Gilded Blades from wherever Nalos stashed them. Then wait for another chance to kill the bastard. Who knows? Maybe I'll come to Vastir, since I know Nalos will be there. As long as we share an enemy, I'm on your side. Shouldn't you take that relic someplace safe? Everyone seems rather concerned about the silly old things. It's the richest port on Galen, overflowing with plunder. Any pirate lord would gladly sack it if they thought they stood a chance. With the power of the Firesong at his side, Sea Lord Nalos believes he can succeed. He also has a higher ambition. Nalos wants to be king. Once he captures Vastir, he plans to make it his throne. A large port with stout defenses would give him an island kingdom to call his own. And the power to defy King Orgnum and all the fleets of Piandonia. Because he's a disloyal bastard, the warships and warriors Sea Lord Nalos plans to use to further his own ambitions belong to King Orgnum. They're not his to command, nor is Galen his to rule. I'm here to deliver the king's justice. What? You think I need more than these two? Well, you're not wrong. These are two of my officers, Velerin, first mate of the Mad Maiden, and Kovacs, our quartermaster. Sea Lord Nalos imprisoned them because they were loyal to me. They're scattered throughout the Dreadsails fleet. forced to obey Nalos because they think I abandoned them. But once word gets around that I'm ready to challenge Sea Lord Nalos, they'll return to my side. Then the Mad Maiden will sail again.
Let's get back to Vastir with the Eldertide seed. Thanks to Captain Siravane, we know what the Dreadsails and the Firesong are planning. We can make preparations and be ready before they strike.
I didn't expect to leave that ruined castle alive. Thank you, Mainlander. Please, give the sacred seed to Archdruid Elec. Tell him I almost failed him, but I didn't, thanks to you.
Yeah, yeah!
I wish the newcomers would stop tossing refuse into the bushes.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornard going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these problems on High Isle.
That's not entirely true. There are those incidents with the Ascendant Order.
Mainlander? Come, tell me what happened at Castle Tenaire. Nerea tells me you saved her from the Dreadsails at Castle Tenaire, and that you recovered the sacred seed of our circle. Is this true? I can hardly believe it. Too many Eldertide fell to Firesong treachery and Dreadsail's blades. I was sure we had lost our sacred seed as well. I'll hold on to this for now. If Archdruid Orlaith wants the seed, she can pry it from my dead hands. Then we'll give them a fight. The Breton lords and I have our differences, but they build mighty walls. The Eldertide will help defend them. You have my word. Oh, young Sir Stefan wants to speak with you. He said to find him at Castle Mornard. Count Mornard and his son are making plans in the throne room, and Sir Stefan wants you there. You should go. All seeds are a promise, Mainlander. A potential still to come. This seed was a gift from the last Druid King, entrusted to the Eldertide Circle countless ages ago. As long as we guard it, the dream of Kasserine lives. I will not let Orlaith take it. Can you tear down a castle with this seed? No. But symbols have the power we give them. With our seed, the Firesong could destroy the dream of Kasserine. Show me the spell or sword that can slay an idea, then we can talk. We will gather our strength within these great stone walls and prepare for the battle to come. My brothers and sisters are scattered, but we will not bow down to the Firesong or their sea elf allies.
Taking that aroma, folks. That's the Chef Razi's guarantee. You there, Trevor. You look as adventurous as my taste.
I can't believe the Firesong betrayed us. Attacking the Dreyfa. How will that bring the circles together?
The Firesong will answer for this crime, Ethan.
My son is returned. Our celebration is in order.
No, Father. The Dreadsails plan to attack Vastir.
What? Mere pirates can't breach our walls.
Once Archdruid Orlaith finds the Stonelore Seed, the Firesong and the Dreadsails will combine forces and strike. We must prepare. A storm is gathering, friend. But thanks to you, I'm here to meet it instead of languishing in a Dreadsail cell. And we managed to save Druid Nerea and secure the Eldertide Seed. You have proven your worth yet again. Now we make use of the time we have and prepare the city's defenses. Gather allies and do what we can to keep the sacred seeds safe. But no matter what happens, I'm honored to fight by your side. Here, friend. My father wanted you to have this. The Dreadsails think to breach Vastir's walls. Never. But they might have the numbers to overwhelm us, especially with the Firesong at their side. We need more defenders to stand with us. By the green, I hope so. The Stonelore and Eldertide druids, they're in as much danger as we are. Perhaps more so because the Firesong want their sacred seeds. We need them to help us defend the city. And that's where you come in. While I help my father prepare the city's defenses, I want you to find the Archdruids and secure their assistance. In exchange, they'll gain a place to protect their wounded and their seeds. Start with Archdruid Raval of the Stonelore Circle. Archdruid Raval is in the Vine District, the Druid section of the city. He should be able to tell you where to find Archdruid Elec once you secure his agreement to help. Meanwhile, I have much to do to prepare the city for the coming assault. Everything in my power. We've never faced an invasion of this scale before, but Vastir isn't defenseless. We have knights, walls, and the advantage of foresight. We can set barricades, prepare traps, and get non-combatants to safety. No. That's why we need the Druids to help defend the walls. Vastir cannot fall to the Dreadsails. That's an intriguing idea. She does seem to be willing to assist us. It was her warning that alerted us to this impending attack. I doubt she'd help us out of the goodness of her heart, however. And House Mornard would be willing to hire her services. We're not above employing mercenaries, as you well know. The point may be moot, however. We don't know how to get a message to her or even where she's hiding. We can only ask for their aid and hope, my friend. Druids may not be warriors by tradition, but I know they aren't cowards. And they can fight. I've seen what the Eldertide can do, and I know the Stonelore will protect themselves when necessary.